Hey everybody, it's a contest video for Jeff Whitcher's Vinyl Destination, celebrating, he's over 500 subs. He was pushing for 500. Now last I checked, he was 513. So congrats on that, Jeff. You're on your way to triple digits or quadruple digits. How about 1,000? So you're humming along pretty good. I'm deeply envious. Anyway, the contest is show five albums that uh, you've not influenced. Show five albums that spurred on your interest in music and led you to the direction that you are today. So you could say influence or influential into cementing your love for music and the particular style of music that you're into. So this is borrowing a little bit because Jeff and I have a similar taste, but I'm starting off with the same album. Introducing the Beatles. This is the first album I ever had, so I'm going to have to start with that. I bought it when I was 7 years old, or somebody bought it for me, in 1964 when the Beatles hit America. It's beat to heck. It's unplayable, as you can see, but I keep it around for a keepsake. It means a lot to me to see them in these suits, and that's the Beatles I remember when they first hit the States. Uh, I saw her standing there. Misery, Anna, Chains, Boys, Ask Me Why, Please Please Me, Baby It's You, Do You Want to Know a Secret, A Taste of Honey, There's a Place, Twist and Shout. Those are the first songs I ever heard from the Beatles, other than some of the stuff they did on Ed Sullivan. So this kicked me into being a Beatle fan and a classic rock fan in general. 60s pop was my thing for a long time until I discovered the next genre, and that was the singer-songwriter movement of the early 70s. And the one that really got me rolling was this here, Cat Stevens, Teaser and the Firecat. Always a favorite. Love it. I told this story before on one of my other videos, but I had a debilitating injury at an early age, and I was homeschooled and tutored for a number of years, and I had an English teacher who would get into poetry of the modern artists of the day, and they would print out lyrics, and we'd have to interpret them. And Cat Stevens was one of those guys, and that really spurred my interest to the other singer-songwriters at that time. I'm talking about guys like Jackson Browne, Joni Mitchell, Van Morrison, of course, Carole King, and Elton John. So these are all tied together to me. They were all in the same area, the same era, late 70s, 71, and 72. And that I ate that stuff up and still love it to this day. Number 3 on the hit list. This is my easy listening sort of folk rocky California music, America's First Album. I have a fondness for this album. I've seen this band 9 times in concert. Personal favorite of mine, even though it's not hip, it's not cool. They're a poor man's Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I know that, but I still love the music. It's acoustic in nature. Lots of harmonies. They're pretty good instrumentally. At this time, there was 3 guys: Jerry Beckley, Dan Peake, and Dewey Bunnell. They all wrote their own songs. They put out another album a year later, Homecoming, and they also did Holiday and Hearts. All their albums began with H, and they quickly ran out of steam when one of the band members left. Dan Peake found religion and went off to make Christian music, and the hits stopped coming at that point, but I still love the band. And they spurred me on to other similar artists, maybe even bigger artists like the Eagles, Linda Ronstadt, that California sound, acoustic in nature for the most part, harmonizing, real laid back and mellow. And I was into that for 4 or 5 years in the 70s. Another find would be the hard rock side of me, and that's Led Zeppelin. When Led Zeppelin hit the scene, these 2 albums came out in '69, both released that year. And that showed me another side of classic rock or harder rock music that I really enjoy and still do. I found some progressive rock after that, like Yes, and even Pink Floyd, and some of the other bands of the '70s. Bad Company later on, Skinner. I mean, there's some other bands I really like, and Led Zeppelin was the first of the harder edged rock bands that I fell for. And finally, I got to go with the boss, Bruce Springsteen. To me, this Born to Run album is classic. It's a 10 out of 10. The lyrics, the music, the atmosphere, it all goes together. He's talking about people that I know, being an East Coast person, the Jersey beaches, the whole thing, the whole atmosphere. And I bought every album he's made since. Went back and found the first two before this, and this spurred my interest in that Americana kind of rock of Tom Petty and John Mellencamp and even John Fogerty to a degree, Bob Seger. These guys are heartland musicians, maybe not Bruce being from the East Coast, but still he's talking about Americans and patriotic stuff and everyman music that we can all relate to. And, it's fantastic. There's Clarence on the back. You got your lyrics in the middle. And when I found these lyrics, I found this album by accident. Somebody left it at a party that I was having for my cousin, and I looked at those lyrics and put this album on, and it was like, what have I been missing? This is unbelievable. So that's my 5. Congrats again to Jeff Whitcher. Keep it rolling on your way to 600 and above, and appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.